Hello everyone, how's it going? It's me, Jaylene, also known as Femme4. Today I wanted to talk about a sexy little desire that is not for the shy, as exhibitionism is here to say hi. You see how that rhymed? But first, I want you to say hello all over that subscribe button. Amazing. I'll be covering 4 key things here. Number 1, what is exhibitionism? Number 2, why do people like it? Number 3, exhibitionism laws. And number 4, 3 ways to enjoy exhibitionism. Number 1, what is it? Exhibitionism is a long-standing celebration of human sexuality in history where one person or more engages in sexual activity in a space or situation where other people can see. I see you looking over there. This can range from a full arena of people staring at you while you're naked and doing the dirty hot thoughts, to simply having another person watch you and your lover get wild. Number 2, why do people like it? As an exhibitionist myself, I can speak personally to how the act of having your sexuality being portrayed in front of others is both exhilarating and humiliating and everything in between. Even though our society is obsessed with sex, sexiness on ads are naughty but accepted widely. When it comes to each of society's own individuals celebrating their own personal sexuality, it's a different story. Most of us are taught through school, parents, media, etc. about how our sexuality should be not straying outside the invisible box of rules for fucking. And just guess what one of those rules are? Keep it private. Depends on what you're taught growing up, but the keep it private rule can range from not talking about sex at all, even with your sex partner, to not exhibiting your sensual self in front of others. Alas, some of us in this world are born rule breakers, and we are teased by this line that creates a taboo idea around you sharing moments of yourself having sex in front of others. Another factor of why exhibitionism can be attractive for some people is in a more power play aspect, there can be some humiliation involved. Someone making you go up in front of their group of friends for you to start masturbating can be a pretty hot thought for people who have mental masochist pleasures. Don't know what masochist means? Go watch my sadism and masochism video. Not only that though, have you ever felt shy from acting sexy in private or not? When you're in a space where you're being perceived by others while you're putting on a show, you, my friend, are stepping into a space that gives you no room to cower away with your insecurity. Rather, you are pushed into your courage zone to bear all, if that's what you consented to. And the only way you can really exhibit yourself without backing down is going forward with a mood of celebration for not only yourself, but your body and your sexual energy. Many people who go to sex parties are there to show themselves, not hide themselves. But let's talk logistics now. Number 3, exhibitionist laws. Now, exhibitionists may have all the carefree fun, but when does it cross a line? In the Criminal Code of Canada, section 173, the Indecent Exposure Act is defined as this: performing a sexual act in public in the presence of one or more persons. This law also includes a situation, however, where one person is in private setting and they expose their genitals or do sexual acts in front of another person with intent to harm or offend them. And the price to pay for breaking this indecent exposure law is jail for up to 2 years. That is right, people. There is one thing here we have to be aware of, and that is consent. If you want to have a sneaky romp in the forest or a lusty fucking in the public stairwell, be my guest, but also know the risks. If someone sees you in this public space doing the dirty and they are offended enough themselves to call the cops, you have been warned. And please, I beg of you, for your own sake, do not do any of these sneaky, sexy acts in places where children under 18 may be. Not only is the law breaking more serious, but if you are charged in Canada for exposing your genitals to a minor, you will have that big, fat, ugly sex offender label on your name for 10 years. Not worth it. So, where can we get busy with an ethical way of enticing voyeur eyes? Number 4, 3 ways to enjoy exhibitionism. Number 1, sex party. This is probably the most ethical space to enjoy your exhibitionist desires, as most people are intending to be seen or to watch others get hot and sweaty. Sometimes a sex party can seem like a lot of eyes for someone new to be exhibiting their sex appeal. Instead, perhaps trying to find a couple or an individual who will enjoy watching you or you and your partner. And if you are poly, feel free to switch up the playmates. Number 2. Your own backyard. Do you like the feeling of being outside? Perhaps the fucking in a forest idea really turns you on, but there's really not many woods in your area for you to go off the path privately. Alas, try to pull something sneaky off in your backyard. Because it is your property, it is not defined as a public space. If it's not so private due to neighbors on either side, be sure to try and look for any little nooks and crannies in your backyard where you can have a sneaky and hot sex session with your partner. Again, I'm going to mention no children around. If your neighbors have kids and their backyard or windows can pry right into your yard without much coverage or any sneaky spaces, better to play safe and play inside. Alas, number 3, webcam. This is for anyone who may have any holdbacks towards actually meeting someone in person to watch you fuck. There are a few adult chat rooms and video adult chat rooms that are existing on this expansive internet. If you or you and your partner want to play in front of a stranger's eyes. Pro tip though, the internet is not one to be trusted for you to have any content or anything you stream to be copied and shared. I have 3 ways here on how to help yourself not be identified in the video in case this instance does happen. Number 1, have a mask of some type over your face or have the camera just simply neck down. Number 2, use either clothing or body tape to cover up any tattoos or unique markings. And number 3, turn your microphone off so your voice does not get recognized. Or have a gag on if you're kinky like that. Do you feel excited but nervous in terms of dipping your toes in the exhibitionism world? Find my website link below to reach out for a one-on-one coaching call with me. I am here to help you find the confidence that you need to explore your sexuality. And be sure to expose that like and subscribe button for me. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. It's me, Femme4. Mwah!